The Ukraine military has broadcast videos of its soldiers fighting near Kherson.
Вони по селах б'ють ракетами. Кожне село, яке тут рядом є, в центр. Школа, дитсадочок. 10 днів все горить. Вони гатять і гатять і гатять. І нема такої якоїсь системи або якоїсь логіки.
There's a lot of political risk in this whole thing, which is one reason why Ukraine really needs to crack open Kherson and close the water to Crimea again.
Glenn Grant is another former British soldier who is now a military advisor to the government of Ukraine. When I met him in Riga, Latvia, he said that Ukraine is under great pressure to show...
Cut the bridge to Crimea, then the whole of the argument unravels. Mm-hmm. And which is why I think that they've got to do it, and they need to do it quickly.
A few days ago, the Ukrainians were clearly able to make some direct hits on a Russian airbase deep in Crimean territory, destroying many Russian aircraft. It caused a panic among Russian tourists in Crimea, and a 100-mile traffic jam of tourists fleeing the area. Some seemed oblivious that a war was going on. And now this latest strike in Crimea, this time an ammunition depot near a Russian military base. Meanwhile, Western planes are constantly landing at Rzeszów Airport in southern Poland and unloading massive amounts of new weapons and ammunitions for Ukraine. Grateful as they are, the Ukrainians say they need much more.
The bigger amount...
When the HIMARS systems were supplied to Ukraine, the United States reportedly made the Ukrainians promise that they would not be used to fire across the Russian border for fear of a major escalation of the war.
You can't win a war with one hand behind your back. Russia has the initiative, and you have to take that initiative away from them. And if they fire at you from across their border, they must know they're going to die when that happens. Otherwise, they'll just keep doing it, won't they?
On August 8th, the United States announced another $1 billion of military aid for Ukraine, including more HIMARS rockets and 75,000 more rounds for the M777 artillery guns, which have also been supplied by Canada and Australia. Poland and the Czech Republic have provided Ukraine with hundreds of T-72 tanks. Still, the war is taking a very heavy toll on Ukraine. Tens of thousands, civilians and soldiers, have already died. About 14 million have been driven from their homes. Another 13 million are at physical risk in areas under constant or sporadic shelling. The Ukrainian economy is expected to be cut in half. Unemployment could reach 30%. If the war ended today, the reconstruction cost could hit $1 trillion without a clear indication of where that money could come from. All these numbers will get worse as the war drags on. Ukrainians are naturally worried that the Western politicians and public will tire of this war and put pressure on Ukraine to trade their occupied lands for a peace deal.
Ukraine perfectly understands that